Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be for Mason Greenwood. So I understand that this is a sensitive subject I'm going to be looking into, so I don't mean to offend anyone. I also do not have any sort of expectations with this. You know, I'm not a fan of this guy or anything like that, so whatever comes out, it's not premeditated, it just is what it is. So with that disclaimer, let's get to it. So let's see, what are his current energies at the moment? Also, I'm going to say that I'm going to be asking the direct questions, did he do what he did and all that. But the thing with this reading is that we're going to let the energies flow, you know what I mean? And then we're going to get to the exact sort of serious shit of what's going on with this situation. So let's see, what are his current energies at the moment? What are Mason Greenwood current energies at this moment in time? What is happening with him? All right. So with this Queen of Swords is showing me he's really trying not to be emotional at this time. You know what I mean? He feels really depleted in energy. If you look at this lady's face, you know what I mean? It's all haggard from just being caught up in thinking. So this is showing me that he's very caught up in his head at this moment in time. He's also very emotional as well. So it's yeah, he doesn't want to be emotional. He's trying to be logical about shit, but it's definitely a serious strain for him. Let's look further. I'm getting an energy of regret. I'm definitely getting an energy of regret. He's at conflict with himself. He's at conflict with his actions. Sort of what he did is what I'm seeing. I mean, that's kind of intense. But this is definitely showing me a conflict. You know what I mean? And he's definitely in his head about shit that's went on. I'm seeing a situation of a third party. I'm also seeing an energy of betrayal. So it's kind of just I'm seeing that this situation has a lot of motives. You know what I mean? What's happening with him. It's not just what's being shown at this moment in time. Let's look deeper. Yeah, with this Three of Wands is showing me, because you know how I feel about three, right? It's he wants to get moving, but he's really in a tough situation, because this is showing me that these are paper boats. So you know what I mean? You aren't going to be doing much traveling with a paper boat. So it's kind of he wants to get out this situation, but this black dog being here, it's showing me a bad omen. Not just that, if you look at this star, kind of lodged in this cloud, it's showing me that his star is about to burst, you know? I mean, the interesting thing about this is I wouldn't even know of who these people are anyway, unless usually it's some sort of scandal or drama or something. But this is showing me whatever possibilities that he had for stardom and just great shit happening. It's showing me that it's not looking too good. I mean, you know, I don't want to be negative, but these are just the energies. I'm seeing a situation with a love connection is what I'm getting with this. You know what I mean? It's kind of just okay, he was making a love offer with this female, but you see the outfit that he's wearing, it's kind of I don't know, it kind of gives me the vibe. I know it's a medieval look, but it's giving me the energy of when you're about to rob something or someone, or you're about to do something bad or something. So it's that vibe, because it's showing me that yeah, he was making this love offer with this female, but he had a lot of side chick action, you know what I mean? And that's where sort of the wall is crumbling. It's because of his actions with side females. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, you know, because I understand that this is sensitive. That's why I keep repeating it, but I'm gonna stop at this point. The fact that the wall is crumbling on her side is showing that she's out for blood. You know what I mean? Because it has to do with his side chicks. This is showing me that she's hurt and she's kind of doing like this whole shit to bring him down. That's just what I'm getting. Obviously, I didn't ask if he did anything yet. You know what I mean? This is the energy of exposing like dirt. Not just that, this is also an energy of like backhanded energy. You know what I mean? Not just that, but there's also money involved in this situation. So she has a lot of motives. So this is showing me, yeah, things definitely happen. You know what I mean? With her being nude and exposed, shit definitely happened. But you see this cut right here is showing me that it's not all that she's saying. You know what I mean? It's kind of like when people add to something to make it seem worse than it really is. Like, she's adding extra shit to what happened. Not just that, but the money situation that's involved. It's money situations happening with this. And I mean, obviously it's common sense because this is a media situation, but you see how like the money is right here and you have all like the mini stars. It looks like when people are taking like pictures and shit, like of celebrities and all that. So this is showing me that this is a media operation as well. There's something very deliberate about what's happening to Mason Greenwood, unfortunately. And this definitely confirms the energy right here. It's kind of just like, you have basically, how do you call it? It's kind of just like goons, basically, taking orders from a superior. You know what I mean? But what catches my eye with this pillar, how like this suite right here is upside down. Whoever's orchestrating this situation has bad intent, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, it's not upright. So it's kind of like this whole thing is being orchestrated because this person has bad blood with Mason for whatever reason. And no, this isn't his ex-female that's accusing him. This is someone else entirely. I'm actually getting a male figure. So this is interesting, right? Because it makes me think of, like, who is this male figure? You know what I mean? That's, like, the question I have. And I'm sorry about, kind of, like, the color, like, of, like, the cam and all, the screen getting dark and whatever. You know, sometimes that happens, especially with colorful cars. I tend to notice that, like, yeah, that happens. So my apology for that. So I'm going to be looking into this guy that's orchestrating events, situations, and I'm going to be looking into her energy. So, yeah. So those were, like, the vibes that he's dealing with currently. So let's see what's going on with this guy that's orchestrating this situation. All right, so these are, and look, it fell directly on his side. So this definitely, obviously, is for him because I asked a question about him. But the fact that it fell like how it did is showing you that this is definitely his emotion. This guy wants to cause karma. And it's funny, right? Because I was getting an energy of kind of just like someone's hating on this Mason guy. Like, this guy basically is hating on Mason. And I was getting a vibe of kind of like, you know, he might have like, Mason might have like messed around with one of his girlfriends or something like that. It's giving me that sort of vibe. Whoever this person is that have power and authority definitely has sort of like a history with this Mason guy. And it's being confirmed with this energy. It's like this guy wants to be the cause of karma for this Mason dude's life. So it's like that's why all this shit is starting to come out with like the accusations and everything. Because it's like he's trying to cause, he's trying to dish out karma. You know what I mean? It's not natural karma because karma happens on itself. But this guy is trying to take matters into his own hands because he has the power and authority to. Let's see what's going on with her energy, the ex-girlfriend that's accusing him. So this is interesting, right? Because obviously this is the death card in this situation. This is giving me a lot of different energy because I'm getting the energy of the tower. It's like she's involved in things that she can't control. It's a fear. You know what I mean? It's definitely a fear is what I'm feeling. Because it's like, yeah, she's doing this because like she's emotional. So this is telling me that it's kind of just like she was just talking too much. Like, you know what I mean? Getting involved with like the wrong crowd, you know what I mean? With this guy, whoever this guy is in Mason's life. And so it's kind of just like I don't know, I'm getting a vibe of like a scam. I mean, it is what it is. I'm definitely getting a vibe of a scam. So it's kind of just like they unleash shit that they can't control, that's unnecessary. So it's kind of just like she's really committed to this. I'm sorry, guys. I have the fucking extra card that's in this situation. I gotta take this out. Yeah. This is always about, because this is the full card actually. The full card is actually different than this drawing. Like, basically this is the full card, but the actual full card in this deck is different than how they drew it here. So I'm just going to take it as the full card energy. So it's kind of just like, what did I tell you guys? It's kind of just like a fucked up situation, right? Because you have like all these shady happenings, right? And I was telling you because I didn't know like what the next card was going to be. So I was like, it's the energy of shit that can't be controlled, you know, for the both of them, but especially her. It's like she's involved in shit that she can't control. So it's kind of just like she's the fool in this situation. You see how this guy has his hand up? It's kind of just like, and he's holding a white rose as well, which is indicating to me she's going through a lot of emotional conflict. She's definitely going through a lot of emotional conflict. Not just that, but this is also showing me kind of like when you take shady actions that wasn't true and that's not like necessary, you start to deteriorate. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of just like you can't do shady shit to people and expect it to like be okay. It's kind of like, you know that you're wrong, but it's kind of just like you go down with the shady shit anyway. So this is showing me, as far as her spirit is concerned, it's eating away at her. Because this is showing me that they have had issues, like her and her dude. They definitely had sort of like issues, you know what I mean? You know, the energies that I'm getting at this moment, because I didn't ask the direct questions, but the energies I'm getting is like, yeah, he might have shook her up a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's okay, but it's not like what she's trying to make it out to be. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like she's trying to make it like he just beat her ass and choked her out and all. Like, it wasn't that sort of situation. It's kind of like when the female says like, oh, okay, I'm gonna leave, and then the guy just like grabs her hand, her wrist, and like pull her like, no, you're not gonna leave. Like, yeah, that's not cool, you know what I mean? But it's way different than like, you know, the shit that she's saying that he did. At least that's what I'm getting at this moment in time. So this is showing me a lot of shady situations, you know what I mean? Because the death card is also associated with Scorpios. So it's kind of just like that sting of death is coming from bitterness, you know what I mean? So it's kind of just like she's bitter, this guy is bitter. It's a lot of bitterness, you know what I mean? And it's kind of just like, okay, they want to get back at Mason Greenwood, you know what I mean? Because they're feeling bitter. So I mean, you know, the cards definitely speak for itself, the energies. I'm gonna continue the reading, but I'm gonna take this card out. You know, we already have a full card in this deck, but it definitely helped with the situations. That's funny. Okay. So let's see. Now I'm gonna ask my questions. Did Mason Greenwood sexually assault his ex-female partner that's accusing him? So let's see. Did he sexually abuse her, assault her? Let's see what comes up. No, I'm not getting any sexual abuse. I mean, it is what it is, guys. You know what I mean? This is a energy showing me, it's kind of just like he just didn't want to fuck with her anymore. In fact, this is showing me that he's the energy that I'm getting is like he's very actually he's a gentle guy, You know what I mean? I'm actually getting an energy, because it's like weird saying it, but I'm actually getting an energy that he's actually submissive. He's not really like that type of dude, like where he's getting off on just being extra and abusive and shit. So this is showing me that no, it definitely didn't happen. You know what I mean? Because the sun is positive energies. You know what I mean? The sun has no negative situation, you know, unless if it talks of exposing people. But that's not the energy that I'm getting with this. This is an energy of peace. You know what I mean? So this guy, he's a peaceful, gentle guy. The thing with him is the wall that was showing in the beginning of the reading. It's kind of just like, once he doesn't want to fuck with you, he doesn't want to fuck with you. You know what I mean? And it's kind of just like, for whatever reason, this female really loves this guy. She's really drawn to him. You know what I mean? Because that's what the sun can do. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing in this situation, it's like she's crazy drawn to him, but he put a wall up. So that's why, you know, she's all like in her feelings about the situation. And I believe this is actually the Queen of Cups. So this is showing me that this man, like, what did I tell you guys? It's kind of just like he's a gentle guy. Like, you know, emotionally, he's cool. You know, people break up and get into fights. You know, that's natural. But this is showing me no ill will, no ill intent. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like, you know, him having side chicks, whatever. Possibly even side dudes, because there's allegations with his sexuality. But that's his business. This is showing me that he's not shady. He's very just like a kickback guy. You see how this Queen of Cups is, this could be the King or Queen of Cups, I have no idea, but you see how this King or Queen of Cups is like just chilling with the pillow here? It's a very laid back energy. It's like he's chill, you know what I mean? He's not an emotional dude. This is showing me a guy, he's just about fun. He's silly, he likes fun, he likes excitement. But this is a case when I guess you're, and this is just the vibe that I'm getting, because what I tell you guys, like the sun is about attracting people, attracting energies. So he's very attractive to this female for whatever reason. Like this female is very attracted to him. So it's kind of just like being bitter because you have to give up something great. You know what I mean? She's seeing this dude as something great. So it's kind of like the fact that she has to give him up is what's causing all these situations. But to be honest, I'm not seeing no forms of abuse as far as sexually. So I mean, it is what it is. So let's see. Did Mason Greenwood physically beat up his ex female partner that's accusing him? Very straight to the point. This is showing me fights. This is definitely showing me fights. This is showing me arguments. Like I said, this is giving me an energy of kind of just like, you know what I mean? Kind of just like, I'm not getting abuse. I'm just going to call it out as it is. I don't feel like, you know what I mean? Like a little bit of like tension and shit like that is abuse. That's not abuse. So to be honest, I'm not getting any forms of abuse. I'm getting betrayal. You know what I mean? This is definitely betrayal. This is the 10 of Swords. So this is him just being shady. You know what I mean? I'm definitely getting the vibe of him cheating, shit like that. This is what this is about. Again, the card speaks for itself. And you see with the bottom of the deck, usually I just pull from the bottom of the deck, but I held the whole deck to show. This situation, he's caught in some fucked up shit. You know what I mean? This is an innocent man. This is definitely an innocent man. Like, even the heavens see that he's innocent. It's kind of just like, damn, this shit's happening to this guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's funny because, again, I have no expectations. So this is really deep to me. Because this is showing me just a chill dude. You know what I mean? That's just like cheating, doing normal human shit. You know what I mean? And because of a relationship, these two cups here, now he's dealing with this huge situation. You know, because 3 for me is always symbolic of like conflict, just fucked up shit. So it's kind of just like because of a relationship, now the party's over. So that's really deep. You see, because that's why he's crying. Because he's just like, what I did wasn't even serious. Like, you know, he's definitely in his mind. Because he's just like, all I did basically was break up with her. Like, I was not even interested in her. And now, like, all this shit happened. You know what I mean? So this is really deep, you know, because it's giving me a lot of energies again. And you see the same thing with this. I don't know if this is a black cat or a black dog, but it's still this omen. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like bad luck. He's dealing with bad luck. You know what I mean? It's kind of just like, yeah, I guess I was getting energy early on in the reading. Like, yeah, he's blessed and things gravitate towards him. But it's kind of just like, sometimes that's not always the best thing for everyone, you know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, sometimes it's great when people want to gravitate towards you and like you have all these women like trying to hook up with you and all this great shit. But then it's kind of just like, then you deal with the opposite side of that coin. Is that corn? You deal with the opposite side of that coin. And then it's kind of just like people being jealous because they can't have you because they're so attracted to you. So I mean, the energies speak for itself. So, I mean, let's see.